And also, I want to do a follow up on the Super Mario Brothers 35th Anniversary Direct. So for me personally, I like it. It is what it is. At least Nintendo is showing some games. Yes, granted, it's not something new. It's more of ports. And of course, I've been following what their timeline as of right now is the next big Nintendo game will be on October, and it will be Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is Pikmin 3 plus more content with Olimar and Louis. I mean, they've been done this before time and time again, quote unquote a deluxe version, like added more content than its original. Heck, they've been doing this since the Game Boy Advance, believe it or not. So, I mean, Super Mario All-Star, now it's on the Switch Online, which is the SNES version of all those Mario games. There's actually a enhanced port version for the Game Boy Advance. They call it the Super Mario Advance series, which is, the gist of it is, Super Mario Advance is Super Mario Brothers 2 with more content. Super Mario Advance 2 is Super Mario World, again with a bit of more content. Not so much with levels, but just content. Super Mario Advance 3 actually is Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. And guess what? That one actually have an additional world that's not on the SNES version. And then, the biggest of all, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3, not only they add new content thanks to the e-reader, it was cool for what it is. Too bad that outside of Japan, it wasn't really supported 100%. Believe it or not, there was actually called the e-reader world and it had new levels. And guess what? On the Wii U Virtual Console version, they're already unlocked from the get-go. But yeah, I mean, that was a different story there. But again, enhanced port. So the same goes now with Pikmin 3. And of course, in 2021 is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And credit to a lot of people, including Emily Rogers. They said that apparently this version is going to be better than the one on the Wii U. First, there's actually multiplayer online. So that was one of the missing feature on the Wii U version. A lot of people complain about that. Surprisingly, including Alex from the Backlog Battle, he actually did kind of give his opinion about that one, which is kind of true. I mean, the online feature there was me characters running around, but that's it. And then, of course, like I said, the Bowser Fury level, it looks like something from the Super Mario Odyssey. Again, who knows? It's going to be 2021 plus Amiibo feature, the game. And like Emily Rogers said, apparently this game is much faster than the Wii U, which is okay. I mean, I don't know about that. But for me personally, like I said, I'm happy. The 3D world, I'm happy they actually finally did it. The Super Mario 3D All-Star. Plus, they also have some swag, but that's a different story there. So with that said, are people happy? Well, some of them are still kinda not happy. And to some extent, believe it or not, I kind of get what's going on. But again, the problem for me in my position, my opinion about this is that, again, I'm an old fogey and yes, I can afford stuff. I make a living. But I understand the situation here. I can understand both sides. But to some extent, I'm going to have to say, even they do good things, as a lot of people say, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And of course, if you heard the story, certain Mario products are going to be limited for 6 months until March of 2021. And I kind of said a lot of the theory why that's happening. My theory is maybe because of the Zelda 35th anniversary, they want to celebrate that. Matt Simmons from Yo Video Game also believed that, but also apparently the fiscal year. Spawnwave kind of said also might be the fiscal year. Some people said it could be that they're testing the water to see if people actually gonna like this or not, which I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this. I hate this because they done this multiple times, believe it or not. They done this since the N64 days. Is that they're not gonna manufacture a lot. They want to test the water. People want it. Oh my gosh, to a point that they don't make a lot. I mean, case in point for me a long time ago is The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Season, and Oracle of Time for the Game Boy Color, developed by Capcom. and the game launched, and apparently it was limited. Like, the production was very limited there. Another one really is Pokemon Silver and Gold for the Game Boy Color. Yeah, when it first came out, again, it was just limited. They didn't get a lot. By the time I went to a Best Buy on launch day, oh, for goodness sake, they were gone. Like, what the hey, Nintendo? So they've been doing this, and a lot of people believe, and I do believe this, is that Nintendo kind of do this BS called artificial scarcity. They kind of did it with the Wii, and that was the biggest one, the Wii. And the deal behind it is that they want you to rush. Oh, we gotta get that. So they'll get like a super head start on the sale, which is again BS in my opinion. They done that even with Yamauchi's days. Of course, with Iwata, they did it with the Wii. And they're like always saying like, well, we didn't know that people are gonna like it. That's why we did not make a lot, because we don't have confidence. I mean, wow, it's like, yeah, they've been doing this. So of course, if you heard, Super Mario 3D Collection will be limited until March of 2021. Super Mario Bros. 35 is playable until March of 2021. Again, doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll enhance it to Super Mario 64 or maybe Super Mario 99, but that's a different story there. And then, of course, the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch. As of right now, you can't even pre-order this. By the time I'm doing this video, and again, it's $50, but a lot of people said that it might be very limited. It's going to be hard to get. And of course, credit to Spawn Wave and Alpha Omega Sin and 8-Bit Eric. Guess what? People who pre-ordered, some of them, not me, I pre-ordered at Best Buy, but I'm gonna play it. I'm even gonna do a video unboxing it in front of your faces, especially dedicated to the scumbags, because a lot of the scumbag, guess what? They're already posting their pre-orders on eBay and they're selling them for $100 or more. Oh my gosh. I mean, again, I hope eBay, Nintendo do something about that, because that's just shitty. That is so shitty. I hope you do something about that. I mean, I know I gotta give props to Sony. At one point, they actually did something when people were trying to sell PS4 with PT, and guess what happened? Both Konami and Sony actually stepped in and said, yeah, we're not gonna allow that. And eBay said, yeah, we're gonna delete that. And their only choice was at Craigslist, and people don't give a shit about that. But, you know, that's a different story there. But yeah, so you kind of see a lot of this pre-orders. They're now selling it on eBay. So, and again, is Nintendo favoring the scumbags? Do they like supporting them? And the answer is really no. But again, like I said before, I said it again, Nintendo is a old Japanese company. They kind of don't understand a lot of this thing. I mean, even the lady Watt admitted that yes, he did not understand about scalpers. He never heard of scalpers before. They didn't think that Amiibo would like be in a point where it's being scalped. But the problem is, again, is when you don't make a lot, you don't really make more supply than demand. This is what happened. And again, in the case with the Amiibo, the reason is Iwata said that they didn't know they were so popular. They were just testing the water. And it's always been their thing. We are, quote unquote, testing the water. They did it with the Wii. They said, oh, well, you know, we're going to test the water. And again, I understand why they had to do that, because with the Wii U, they were confident. Said, oh, you know what? People who like the Wii, they're going to love the Wii U. It's an upgrade. It's not like enhanced peripheral. It's an upgrade to a new console, and not a lot of people bought it. So I can understand that part, but still, you can't do that. You can't do it. So on one side, I am happy for Nintendo that they finally showed a Mario game, a Nintendo first-party game, so people should be at least be happy. But with the situation of limiting the sales for that, like until March of 2021, yeah, it is gonna scump me. And I gotta call out Geeks and Game. The person who basically talked about this said that, why are you guys still mad? I mean, why don't you get the game within 6 months? Well, like, I gotta give credit to Young Ye and to Nate the Hate, is that it's not about the 6 months. It's what if someone who can't afford it when they need that 6 months, doesn't have a Switch, they can't afford it until after the 6 months, can they still buy the game? That's the problem. And again, like I said, Nintendo thinks what's good in Japan only stays in Japan. So they don't really think beyond the situation. So they only think about their business, which again kind of makes sense. And this is what's happening. So right now, not a lot of information is coming out. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be more information of why they're doing this. Why is it only 6 months? And again, my theory about it, like a lot of people said, it could be the Zelda anniversary, could be the fiscal year. And remember, a lot of these Japanese corporate, they do take their fiscal year very seriously. Very, very seriously. Capcom kind of did it, Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Street Fighter 5. That's the reason why those games are crappy. But again, different story there. So for me, I'm happy that Nintendo finally showed more first-party games. So you got Pikmin in October, and then the Game & Watch, I guess, in November. And then on February is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So another thing a lot of people say, why is it so sporadic? Why is it so weird this year? Well, I gotta have to say this again. I know it's a broken record. You gotta think about the pandemic. Nintendo's an OG company. They probably don't know how to work at home. They don't know what to do. So a lot of their schedules screw them. And like I said before, Emily Rogers said there was a report that Pikmin 3 Deluxe was meant to be a spring-summer release. That didn't happen. And apparently 3D World was meant to be the holiday game. But again, the pandemic's kind of screwed all their schedule. I mean, it is what it is there. So I'm happy that they finally showed something. So I'm always I'm hoping that people say, at least people's happy, they can now relax. But the more I saw the situation, I mean, yeah, it's kind of scummy that the limitation, like I said, Nintendo Prime, Yongye, Nate the Hay, a lot of those people that basically don't quote unquote shield for Nintendo, because there's a lot of people that even, I gotta call out certain people. So I was watching the Spawn cast, so I gotta call out certain people there, Misclick and OJ. They were basically defending the decision for Nintendo for the limitation because, they're Nintendo. I mean, that's another thing. I love Nintendo, of course. I bought Nintendo stuff, but I can't defend, when they do something wrong, I call them out. I have to call them out. So, what people call it, spades of spades, because they do right, I praise them. They do wrong, I'm going to criticize them. I'm not going to quote-unquote shill for them just because they're Nintendo. And I get it. A lot of people do. I mean, an example that I made an argument was Street Fighter 5 had the lack of single-player content. I compared that to Splatoon. And some people said, don't you dare compare the two. Splatoon is not Street Fighter 5. I'm like, well, no, they're different, but you kind of see the content behind the idea behind it. The lack of single-player content. Just saying. There's, like I said, a lot of people, I can understand to some extent, but it is kind of really, this is what the Nintendo community is all about. Always Nintendo, greater than any company. I can get that, but they can also screw up. Just saying there. It's one of those situations of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So 2 steps forward, they are offering more games, celebrating the 35th anniversary for Mario, Super Mario 3D All-Star, Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers, of course Super Mario 35, events for Mario, and then ending in February with Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser, Fury. But the 1 step back is, what's with this 6 months limit? It's ridiculous. I know they've done it before. They did that with the 25th anniversary with Super Mario also for the Wii. But the thing is, it wasn't really hard to get, I can tell you that much. Within the first month, I believe, in my local retail store, even Best Buy, they had a lot of it. So, just saying. I tried it on the Wii, but the whole point, there's a book there that's kind of cool. The 30th anniversary was Super Mario Maker. Different story there. But, yeah, it's Nintendo, so, yeah. So before I close this, one more thing is that I want to do a clarification on my video on my thoughts on the Mario 35. And if you notice, I sort of went aggressive. And the reason for it is before the announcement, there've been a lot of problems. Of course, if you know what happened to the second episode of the partner showcase, people complain. People even going out on leakers saying that how dare you to lie on us, you ruin our expectation. I mean, I said before, I said it again, keep your expectation low, but you know, it is what it is because it's Nintendo, so I kind of went aggressive because believe it or not, this rumor, since it started since January of 2020, believe it or not, I was getting tired of hearing it time and time again. I know it's sort of an interesting topic, but it was like, every time I go on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, hey, there's a rumor, Super Mario 3D, there's some proof, Super Mario 3D collection. I mean, like I said, I mean, in my gut, it is going to be true, but they just wait and let them reveal it rather than leaks here, leaks there, hints, conspiracy, X-File. I mean, yes, it is fun to talk about it and make videos, so hey, it's material. Material is material. If you got something, it makes it interesting. Hey, it's material. I get it, but at the same time, it's just too much for me. In my personal opinion, it was just too much. Ever since January 2020, it was just rumor this, rumor that, 3D collection. It's gonna be happening left, right. Kingdom Hearts. I'm getting tired about it. I'm like, I need a break from this. And again, I get it. It's clicks. It's videos. It's you get ad for it talking about that, but again, so to a point, that's the reason why when they finally showed it, I said people need to finally be happy. You gotta calm down now. There it is, your 3D World collection and the other Mario stuff. So yeah, I mean, sorry if I sound very aggressive in that video, but like I said, I'm just so tired about it. I'm so tired, and to some extent, now, I mean, I'm happy personally, but some people are still not happy because the limit. I get it, but again, I'm just tired. I just want to go to sleep. I'm so tired. So yeah, that's my follow on the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. My thoughts about it. Like, yeah, Nintendo's doing Nintendo. I don't agree with it, and the whole situation of that video, I was just getting tired. It has to stop at some point. Hopefully, finally, it is. But of course, it's going to be probably something new in 2021 with The Legend of Zelda. There's going to be, again, rumor, leaks, video, YouTube, Twitch, podcasts. And then I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. I mean, yeah. Maybe my problem is I spend too much time on the internet. Yeah. So with that, I'll see you guys later.